Hi, friends. My name is host Eric. I'm the host talking with famous people, and tonight I'm here to discuss what life is like as an extremely special lady. Yeah, I finally gotten there. I've achieved special lady status, and so the world's just opened up before me. Where before there were doors and barriers, now the way is clear. Or before people prevented me from realizing my dreams, now they facilitate them. Why? It's all because I've decided to become a very special lady. Like my dog before me, and my cat as well, and my girlfriend, and my daughter, even my father, I have now attained the status of a special lady. What does that tell you? Well, it means I am now eligible to be sung the special lady song. Hi, utter self. We need to meet, you and me, in chat. Maybe this won't be a super long live stream if you're down to meet in about half an hour or so. Maybe I'll try to keep this one short. After all, the main topic here about my life as a special lady, it's a topic that one could spend a lifetime studying and explaining, exploring, discovering, always discovering new things. With my discovery trowel. If you're an archaeologist, the first thing they do is issue you your own professional discovery trowel. I'm discovering what it's like to live as a special lady. Oh, you did? Cool. Thanks. Did you not, you didn't like the one I made? That's fine. I don't care. Yeah, I mean, I just, or you're talking about this one? No, not at all. That's fine, Octavia Silva. I didn't quite know what to do with that one. I just did what I did, That's totally fine. I will look at it. No, I'm not attached to my thumbnails. They're some things I have begrudgingly begun doing. No, you have a picture of me on it. That's funny. So, being a special lady, first let me address this question. Have I ever tried living like a homeless man? No, but I have been perceived as such. It's like when I was in Temple City and I'd be in my garage and there'd be a bunch of like stuff in the background and it looked messy and such. And my beard was even bigger and my hair was even bigger and crazier too. And I was more likely to be wearing dirty clothes or something like that too. Then people really thought I was some kind of crazy guy broadcasting from a storage container someplace. But, it just goes to show you a couple of things, really, I guess. Number one, you might say it proves that you are the meaning of my life. That's not actually what I was going to say, but so yeah, people didn't really give me any. Some parties who were prone towards prioritizing cover over book kind of thing, in particular would immediately. And the other thing to note is that it does matter. Why is my connection unstable? What's going on, internet? Don't be a little bee. Ah, there, it's back. Okay. So, what am I trying to say here? You're really struggling with your communication right now. You're really having a hard time making yourself understood. What I'm trying to say is people certainly do care a lot about appearances and how something is presented to them. And, understandably, to a certain extent. But also it's the case that it matters how reliable you are in terms of quality. So, for example, today I watched Whisper of the Heart. Whisper of the Heart is a movie by the same guy who made Kiki's Delivery Service. And I have not a super high opinion of Kiki's Delivery Service, although I don't have a low opinion. I think it's a good kids movie. It doesn't interest me that much. I watched it with Delilah when she was little too many times, maybe, or I don't know. Why can't I take your feelings into account? Emailed Anthrax. Well, because Sean O'Neill said I couldn't. And I've asked Sean why he can't take my feelings into account, and apparently Octavio told him that he couldn't, and then he asked Octavio, and she says they say you told them that they couldn't, so that's the circle. It's a circle, you see. Anywho, but yeah, appearance matters. It matters a lot to some people. And the other thing is, for non-deliberators, for knowledge interfacers, they're using heuristics. And while I validate on some of those heuristics, such as I use Smarty Pants Talk, I don't validate on other of those heuristics, like I look like a professor or have letters after my name or other heuristics like that. So we are about to toke some tokes. In the words of Greta Thunberg, how dare you? Indeed. How dare I? Well, the way I do it is by being a daredevil. Heads up, Mercury in retrograde. Did it just start being in retrograde, or has it been there for a week or so? I'm gonna pull the bowl. I am going to pull this bowl. I am going to pull this bowl right now. Is it today? Is the first day of it, or what? Hi, Lauren and Nicole. Yesterday or today? Okay. Maybe it was yesterday Rachel was telling me about it. Or maybe she told me about it the day before, or saying it was going to be tomorrow or something. For some reason, I thought it already started, though, when she told me about it, but I'm not sure. How about no, you freaky deaky Dutch bastard? How dare you? So, I'm living the dream. I'm loving the stream. I'm making it gleam with this shining cream. That's what I'm doing to your derriere right now, emailed Anthrax. I'm reaching in your pants and giving your derriere a rub. It's not easy being green. It's the color of so many ordinary things, like leaves and vegetables and other stuff like that. You got butt fleas. It's a great time to lean on your NE and your FE some more. It's always a great time to have good FE. Hi. This is Eric with some good FE. I want you to know that you're not less special, okay? And you're not less of a lady than me. In other words, you too are a very special lady. That's a wonderful FE for you there, huh? I feel you, dog. Oh yeah, you're talking sense now. Woo! You really showed them, boss. Don't call me Tiger, please. Don't call me Sport. You can call me Champ. You can call me Slugger. Worship that there, Dirt Star, you hear? Are you trying to say Worcestershire sauce, Sean O'Neill? Because that's not how you spell Worcestershire sauce. Happy Eric's a Maggot Bride vibes. Come on, gang. If we all chip in, we can do it together. Hey, Lorna, I'd love that. That would be great. If you'd smoke a Scottish joint for me, I'll smoke some American bungs for you. It'll be like we're on metaphysical vacation at each other's countries, using each other's homes as respective bed and breakfasts for our respective vacations, yet never crossing each other's paths. Wouldn't that be a remarkable story to tell? ISTP level FE. Come on, email Danthrax. I didn't score that poorly on your FE test, did I? When I think of FE, I think of this. Hey. So the first thing I think of when I think of FE. Hey, bro, listen, brother, Dota. Whoa, it's gonna be fine, everybody. Hey, I'm here. You're looking good. Hey. See, hey is the key to FE. All FE is built around the greeting hey. Now, sure, Other Self is right. You could try to switch your frame of reference, and you could try to switch into high five FE. High five, bro. High five to you, too. It's high fives all around, bro. Bros and bras, ladies and gentlemen. I invented the high five one day after playing Sorry. It's true. You can see it on my Facebook Live events. What was I about to say? Something immensely important. All right. The other thing about FE is asking people questions, not because you want to know the answer, but because you want them to feel comfortable engaging. So, for example, so Lorna, what type are you? Or Karma's Pimp, I bet you've got some good stories to share. Things like that, you know. No, email Anthrax, that's not good FE. Slap them boobies is not good FE. That's how you end up getting hashtag Me Too. Okay? You don't want to hype. You can't. I've tried it, believe me. It never works. They never buy it. I'm just high-fiving your bra is never, they see right through that. I'm not grabbing your boob. I'm just high-fiving your bra very slowly. And everybody's tried that one at some point, email anthrax. Slapped in boobies is beautiful, Effie. No. I'll tell you what beautiful Effie is, email anthrax. It's like this. Hey. That's beautiful, Effie. That's the quintessential beautiful Effie. Are you the piano man? Is what people often ask me, and I say, no, you're thinking about Billy Joel. He's the piano man. And they go, oh, that's right. Now I remember. The key is to lift your hand and let the boobies decide if they want to leave you hanging. I see. Well, yeah. I don't know what Bill Burr is. I don't really know who he is or what his work is or anything. Your roommate in college would grab girls' breasts anytime they were being introduced to me and they never ever cared? Why wouldn't they ever care? I guess that's young, dumb co-eds, you know? I mean, it's amazing what SE can get away with. There are so many things in the world that, you know, there's this old expression, it's easier to seek forgiveness than permission. SE that's SE's philosophy in a nutshell. Like, you know, I didn't do anything bad until it gets me in trouble. Huh. Well, you know, I was reaching for something behind you. How is your sex life? How is your sex life? Says Cloud. Stop assaulting my hand with your breast. I consider this an erogenous zone. You always say, grab one and kind of move around. What are you doing? I'm sorry, that one appeared to have shifted during our voyage. What? That happens. You got to be careful opening the overhead compartments. What are you talking about? Well, you know, you got jostled as you walked from over there to here. by the movements of the body through space, across time. And things in the overhead compartment there became dislodged. You got to be careful opening the bin. Can you check the other one, please? Yeah, sure. I was getting to it. That would be a nice way for that to play out. Probably wouldn't play out like that, but could, possibly, depending on the girl. They do say it gives you superpowers if done for long enough. How is my sex life? A gentleman never tells, so I'm going to say I put my pinky in the stinky regularly. Oh yeah, dog. Get that muffin ready for some puffin. Here I come with my penis for some humping. That's how email Anthrax approaches his woman to have sexual intercourse. He's all like, yeah, come on, oh, yeah. She's like, oh, yeah. That is such a turn on. My soul is too big for this prison of flesh and my soul is too big for this prison of flesh and blood. Really? Maybe you have maybe your soul is swollen because of an infection. Is it enlarged because it's your soul, having been left infected for so long, has become little more than a metaphysical pus sack? No, I'm just joking, Cloud. That's not you. Your soul is very big. We're all very impressed with your soul. Soul is much bigger than my soul. We've laid our two souls on the table, and Cloud's soul is like, 1.6 times bigger than my soul. It's makes me feel kind of emasculated. What are you going to do? 6 easy payments of $670 approximately is, email Anthrax, you know what? Fuck off. I'm not your trained monkey. Okay, now I'm going to do how it actually goes. Email Anthrax says, honey, can we have sex? No! I think you're a little bitch. There. That's how it actually goes between email Anthrax and his girlfriend. It's like, wow, how did he know? Email Anthrax is one saucy INFJ, I'll tell you that. You got a lot of sauce in your pipe, mister. You got a lot of bullion in your cube, as they say. It's a good expression. You got a lot of bullion in your cube, mister. I like that one. We are not gentlemen. No, we're gentlemen. But we have an area of gentlemanliness that includes risible yet body witticism. I'm not denying that the body is within the domain of the gentleman. That's true, and that emailed and Anthrax and I may dally forth, indulging in said bodiness here and there occasionally, but that doesn't make us commoners. We're still gentlemen. How many J-stringed instruments are you able to play? How many stringed instruments? I could play the bass, I could play the guitar, I could play the piano. It's actually a stringed instrument. But I'm definitely by far the best on the guitar. I'm pretty good on the bass too, probably. I don't have a bass. So I used to, but He should have more instruments. You know, Cloud's Indian name is actually Big Soul. So they call him Running Bear, Trotting Hawk. Go get Big Soul. Let's go hit on the squaws. Come on. Hitting on Squaws. Hitting on Squaws was a Native American sitcom that they were into between the years 600 and about 900. It had a 300-year run. It's one of the most popular of the ancient Native American sitcoms. It was basically like Sex in the City, but for Native Americans, called Hitting on Squaws. So I had these three brothers, and the hilarious adventures they got into is they went around the world hitting on squaws and trying to get laid. I mean, in the last 40 years of its run, obviously the actors who played the main characters have really outgrown their characters, you know, like they're still writing for the same age characters as though the actors didn't age, and one of those kind of storylines, you know. The characters just were in a sort of narrative timeless space of always stuck in that same moment in life. Like a cartoon, like The Simpsons. Goes on for decades, but no one ever ages. Of course, the actors actually did age in real life, so naturally. The last 40 years of the show, ratings went way down. Two of the actors got dementia. Couldn't remember their lines. Eventually, they were just filming three extremely old Indians sitting in chairs. I really like Eric's general attempt to put more nuance into FE. You mean to include more hey, like that, you know? Gosh. Gee willikers. Gosh almighty. Good gosh almighty. Good gosh almighty gee willikers. This is quite an exciting... this is like a 3-hour tour on the Gilligan's Island boat of FE. My character is characterized as characteresque. Characteristically, you mean? Hi, Face Mesh. Face Mesh. Nice to see you. Nitto Nib. C.S. Joseph is God. I've been praying the wrong direction this whole time. Why are you calling Face Mesh a loser? Cloud, do you know Face Mesh? I don't remember Face Mesh being around here really before. You must know Face Mesh from someplace else. If not Face Mesh, then don't worry about Cloud's just introductory rudeness. He's just never met you before and being like that. You don't know who that person is? Cloud, why are you being an asswipe? Huh? Why are you telling him to get out of here? Why you want to be like that, dog? Perceptions of other human attitudes doesn't imply any property either. Like, you don't automatically have altruism or desire to be popular just because you have tool FE or something. Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you, Sean. I think, for example, that third slot FE does mean you have an inherent desire to be popular, or at least to be heard a lot. I think, in particularly, though, heard and well received a lot. Nitto MB, repent, and you won't be judged. Harsh on Judgment Day. I think he doesn't need to repent so much as he needs to go to C.S. Joseph, agree with C.S. Joseph, tell C.S. Joseph how right he is. Make sure you get out there and try to convince other people to hire C.S. Joseph to type them. That's your duty as a C.S. Joseph evangelist. Touch my winky when you need to. Touch my winky when it's round. Touch my winky when you need to. Touch my winky, have a frown. Who is C.S. Joseph? He's some guy who does type videos. I would consider INTJ or INFP a lot better for INFP. You mean if they're going to turn cannibal? My FI is always protected by my FE. I think it's protected by, I mean, one would typically imagine that there's a good attitude towards it in the fifth slot for those functions. No, attitudinal psyche personality test. Let me check it out. When choosing an answer, please consider the situation and how you have always been your entire life. Do not choose how you wish, desire, or hope to act or feel about the situation. Rather, base your answer on what genuinely applies to you over your lifetime. Name. Let's see if I can get question 1 right. Eric. That's my name. What AP type are you? What's an AP type? Oh, please select. I don't know. Please type 5 words best describe who you are and always have been. Gregarious, logical, creative, let's say fair and let's see. Loyal. Please choose the option that best describes how you handle responsibilities. You take full responsibility for the energy and vision you've decided for yourself without considering the opinions of others. You verbalize and encourage others to imagine the ways in which responsibility can be divided between yourself and others. You ponder and worry about your responsibilities in order to understand what must be completed. You carefully consider your responsibility according to what's expected of you without worry or stress. It's either number 1 or number 3. I think it's number 3. I ponder and worry about my responsibilities in order to understand what must be completed. This is where I am right now in life, though. I don't know. Again, this is how it's been my whole life. Yeah, I guess it's that one. Please choose the option that best describes how you handle emotional expression. You express your emotions without being concerned of how appropriate they are to others. You discuss emotional expression with others and encourage them to share what they feel, when they feel when safe to do so. You hold your emotions close until it feels safe to show them. You pay attention to how others express themselves. Number one, for sure. Please choose the option that best describes how you handle money and the value of objects. You determine the monetary value of an object using your own reasoning without considering outside sources. You offer multiple perspectives on how money can be used or organized to strengthen someone's journey towards happiness. You review how much money you plan spending numerous times, as thinking of value and spending causes you anxiety. When you think about the value of objects, you will defer to what experts have decided and incorporate it if necessary. Number one, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Please choose the option that best describes how you handle logical situations. You only listen to the logical opinions of others in order to slightly alter the opinion you've already built for yourself. You listen to all opinions pro discussion between individuals, as processing logic is most important. You review logical options numerous times before making them public, as you must process and defend from any unfair criticism. Or fair criticism. Yeah, any involved to defend from unfair. It's either 2 or 3. This is a tricky one. I listen to all opinions and promote discussion between individuals. Processing logic is most important. But the other one is you review logical opinions numerous times before making them public, as you must process and defend from any unfair criticism. Yeah, I'm going with that one. But see, it's like, yeah, I'm going with that one. Please choose the option that best describes how you handle overcoming obstacles. You quickly understand what needs to be done to overcome an obstacle and do it yourself without hassle or referring to anyone. You help create an environment that takes positive journeys through overcoming obstacles during along the way. You obsess over what it would take to overcome an obstacle and whether you appear weak if you are able to do so. You refuse to worry about overcoming obstacles until an outside source prompts you to do so, as it's not that serious. That one. Please choose the option that best describes how you handle emotional reactions. You react emotionally to an experience, only considering the effect it has on you rather than everyone else. You give importance to how all emotional reactions affect those around you while contributing and adhering to others' opinions. You review your emotions numerous times before reacting emotionally. You enjoy when others are emotionally reactive. It gives you a guide to what's relevant and important. Both 1 and 4 is the thing. It's both 1 and 4. But I think the one I've been my entire lifetime more has been 4. Please choose the option that best describes how you handle reasoning in arguments. You create detailed arguments based solely on your own reasoning, and other people's reasoning is not as useful. You offer multiple arguments with detailed reasonings while incorporating and showcasing other viewpoints as well. I will occasionally, but I prefer not to. You consider and piece together all possible arguments in order to avoid feelings if your reasoning is weak or unfounded. You prefer to read. Yeah, that's number 1. Please, you believe you can energize yourself into reaching a milestone achievement. You energize yourself and others to imagine what achievements each person wants themselves. You worry about what it takes to energize yourself and whether that will get in the way of what you could achieve in life. You commonly listen to advice. Number 3. Please choose the option that best describes how you handle food and personal taste. You prepare and choose food that only you want, as you see little value in following the recommendations of others. You would discuss the taste of food openly with others and encourage them. You worry about how you may miss out on the pleasures of food and cuisines due to your anxiety regarding taste or health. You follow the recommendations of others on what food to try. I know I'm number one. Or number four. See, it's so tricky. Depends on I guess number four. Food and taste is not one of my top priorities. And also, I generally just choose food that I want as. Well, I'm going to go with number four, I guess. Yeah, I follow recommendations for sure. Yeah, I do. In fact, a lot of times at restaurants, I ask the waitress what they recommend, so that's fine. Go with that. You create, orchestrate, and execute entire goals by yourself without listening to outside sources. You discuss goals with others, encouraging both parties to imagine possibilities. You avoid adopting or creating a goal that you know is unrealistic or will rob you of your energy. You listen to the ideas of others in order to incorporate the best plan to achieve a goal. I'm going to go with number 3. I avoid creating a goal. You create systems and theories from scratch without consulting or discussing the process with anyone. That's me. But I also have discussed systems and theories with others, encouraging everyone to imagine all logical possibilities. You're highly skeptical of the pitfalls of systems and theories, knowing it's impossible to be perfectly correct. You entertain many different schools of thought and theories, preferring to choose which expert opinion was most effectively fit. Now, number 1. Please choose the option that best describes how you handle personal relationships. You decide where you stand in personal relationships yourself rather than figuring it out with others. You appreciate when others explain where you stand with them, as you'd rather not decide that for yourself. That's the one I want. Number 4. That's the one I want. You develop and implement. Please choose the option that best describes how you handle practical skills. You develop and implement practical skills on your own rather than checking in with others and their strategies. You shine a light on tricks and tips to incorporate new practical skills in life while sharing these with others. You obsess over practical skills, often rejecting or questioning anyone who offers unsolicited advice on the topic. You learn about practical skills by studying the opinions and advice of experts, then incorporating them. I guess number 1, I develop and implement my own practical skills rather than checking in with others and their strategies. You choose the option that best describes how you handle the meaning behind art and creativity. You verbalize your opinions, the emotions behind art and creativity without considering others' opinions. You are willing to discuss and sometimes concede to how others interpret art and the inspiration behind creativity. You are cautious to let others see what inspires you. You enjoy when others assert their innermost inspirations behind the same art they create. It helps you understand ways in which you can do the same. I'm going to go with number 4. I think it says here, in number 1, you verbalize your opinions behind art and creativity without considering others' opinions. That's correct. But it says the opinions of the emotions behind art and creativity. If it didn't have of the emotions in there, I do verbalize my opinions of art and creativity without considering others' opinions. Which I just kind of think that's what they mean. I think when they put that of the emotions behind, it's a false assumption that there are emotions behind art and creativity necessarily. I'm going to go with this one, number 1. Okay. Please choose the option that best describes how you handle creating rules and regulations. I'm confident in creating them without second guessing myself. Please choose the option that best describes how you handle physical environment. You create a physical environment that you appreciate without consulting or discussing it with anyone else. You constantly improve your physical environment in order to avoid feelings of anxiety. You help others process and understand the multiple ways they could organize, or you appreciate advice on how to organize your physical environment and often implement it. I'd say that one. How do you decide what's worthwhile to take on in your life? Without hassle, I know what I want at any given time, and it's natural for me to evaluate the cost and benefit to get the most out of my energy. Listening, I decide by gauging my own energy as well as understanding how it will affect the others in the environment around me. Obsession, it's generally a struggle to figure out what is worthwhile, and I may make a quick, hasty decision or obsess over what's worth the energy. Necessity, I'm lax as to what's worthwhile unless it's affecting my current needs or necessities. I'm happy to listen to other advice on the matter. That one. That's the one. How do you handle proving that you're correct about a logical problem? Explanation. I explain how the information I've learned is logically sound and accurate in great detail. I don't question my ability to do so. Discrepancies. I prove how other opinions have conflicting information. I already my own opinion will resolve these discrepancies. It's actually that one. Well, yeah, that one. How do you approach your inner feelings? Utmost importance. I respect my feelings, consider them new. Accepting. I accept and observe my feelings while holding space for them. Preserving to unsure. I question how I feel and can obsess over which feeling is accurate. Relevance. I decide which feeling is relevant in my situation at the moment. I don't know if I decide that, but yeah, I move forward once it's that one. What's your relationship to willpower? Um, Assured. I always know when to tap into it and when to turn it on for myself. Responsive. I can turn it on for myself or adapt to others most always. Hesitant. I'm initially unsure of how to apply or when it's worth engaging in. Indifferent. I don't worry or think about it unless prompted or necessary. Yeah, that one. How do you create physical comfort yourself? Decisively. Decide what's comfortable to me and surround myself with things nonchalantly. I usually don't notice when I'm uncomfortable, so I don't pay close attention to it unless it's absolutely necessary. That one. How do you incorporate rules and regulations into your own understanding? Directly. I read and analyze them while taking what I believe is relevant. I can create an overall understanding with confidence, observation, obsessiveness, or requirement. I figure out what's required of me and waste as little time as I can, incorporating it into my understanding. If I need to ask others for help, I don't mind doing so. Yeah, right. Like a work environment. Yeah. Yeah. What do you do with your intuitions of people? I accept my intuitions and react without doubt or shame based on the information they provide. I prefer to compare notes and discuss the reasons that I may have certain intuitions about people or how others agree or disagree. I question where the intuition came from and may worry about its validity, sometimes deferring to others to understand what they mean. I decide why the intuition may be useful or remain carefree and bothered if it's not. Number one, without doubt. How do you go about keeping your parents attractive? I don't worry much about it. Fully grasping and discussing detailed information. Naturally confident. Deciding a new direction in your life. Naturally not confident. Deciding on something tastes and organizing it into a hierarchy of likes and dislikes. Not naturally confident. Following the rules and regulations that were set forth for you. Naturally confident. Building up layers of truth in a structural argument. Naturally confident. Reacting with intense emotions and expressions to a situation. I'm naturally confident. Correctly identifying and organizing the pieces and parts to a theory. Naturally confident. Understanding organizing your deep emotional desires and what they mean. Not naturally confident. Motivating yourself into action. Not naturally confident. Sharing and openly communicating your intuition and deep feelings of others. Why would they say that? Why would they say your intuition and deep feelings of others? The answer is no, then. I'm not naturally confident in both of those things, but I'm very confident in I'm going to say no, I think they mentioned feelings here or something. Overcoming an obstacle that stands in my way. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm naturally confident or not at that. Not naturally confident. Creating value judgments about cultural values, ethics, and meanings within these systems. Naturally confident. Showing others the depth of your knowledge without stutter. Naturally confident. Expressing what deeply captivates your emotions and feelings. Not naturally confident. Keeping ahead of schedule with your personal hygiene. Not naturally confident. Openly describing how you value relationships. Not naturally confident. Intensively teaching others how to better one's logical skills. Naturally confident. Deciding a responsibility that you must stick to. Not naturally confident. Arguing what is correct or incorrect in an academic setting. Naturally confident. Sorting out the depths of your inner feelings. Not naturally confident. Editing logic and finding errors in a proposed theory or idea. Naturally confident. Engaging in practical skills like meow meow meow. Not naturally confident. Energizing yourself to manage others. Yeah. Surrounding yourself with physical and aesthetic comforts. Not naturally confident. Building a strong sense of your own character. I don't know how to answer this one. Building a strong sense of my own character. I'm not sure what that means exactly. I say not naturally confident. Knowing what you desire and how your tastes change in regards to food. Not naturally confident. Deciding and completing a goal. Not naturally confident. Upkeep and caring for the visual aesthetics around you. Not naturally confident. Accomplishing something you set out to achieve. not naturally confident. Well, no. That's so vague. Accomplishing something you set out to achieve. It's like I set out to achieve a lot of things today. I got a lot of things done. Like if it doesn't matter if I'm, it depends on how defined it is. I'm gonna say no, not naturally confident. Shopping for clothes and deciding no. Declaring the meaning within a certain piece of art and music. Naturally confident. Decorating and fully designing a space. No. In which area of life do you feel the most confident in while refusing to bend to the will or opinion of others? My logical conclusions and ideas of how reality works. In which area of life do you feel the most open, helpful, and willing to listen to others? My emotional intuition, feelings, my personal aesthetics, my personal preferences of aesthetic, food, and comforts. This one. Emotional intuition, feelings, and deep personal judgments. In which area of life do you feel the most anxious, unsure, stressed out, or unable to deal with? My willpower and choice of what I do. In which area of life do you feel the most unbothered, unworried, and willing to put off until necessary to handle? This one. Which area do you feel the most confident in while refusing my responsibilities to drive to overcome obstacles? My understanding of rules, regulations, and how society systems should run, my ideas of personal satisfaction, personal belonging, my opinions on art, cultural values, and ethics. Well, it's 4. That's where I feel the most confident on. I mean, it could be 2. But I'm going to go with 4. In which area of life do you feel the most open, helpful, and willing to listen to others? My ideas of personal satisfaction, products, and belongings. In which area of life do you feel the most anxious, unsure, stressed out, or unable to deal with? My responsibilities and drive to overcome obstacles. In which area of life do you feel the most unbothered, unworried, or willing to put off until necessary to handle? My understandings of rules, regulations, and how society systems should run. The visionary. LEVF is the most philosophical attitudinal psyche type. They are highly attuned to mathematical thinking and can easily apply principles they gather to society and human nature. LEVFs tend to focus heavily on how culture affects the human drive. They enjoy creating novel ideas and bringing order to chaotic information. Generally, they remain quiet and observant in conversations, which may lead them to appear shy. Okay, so they got the wrong type on me. I'm sure there's another type that corresponds better with me than this. What's the extroverted version of this? Which may lead them to appear shy and meek at first. Oh, okay. Well, the stereotype usually fades quickly as the LEVF will not stumble away from explaining their thought process. I shouldn't have stopped reading right where I did. What a stupid Eric I am. LEVFs generally do not pay close attention to the physical world of their minds, too busy wondering the possibility of self-development through human relations and logical analyses. However, when the environment needs to be changed in order to progress, the LEVF will make quick work of what's necessary. That's very true. LEVF. The other one is ELVF. I got 40 points. My full scores are below. 41 points, LEVF. 40 points, ELVF. 34 points, LEFV. What do these things stand for? I'm a Lev or ELV. I want to see the ELV one. How do I see the other ones? What am I again? ELV? I'm the visionary, is what it said. Where's the visionary? Oh. Or number 2 thing was started with an E. EL. VF, the poet. That's the other one. No, I think it. Wait. Where's my results? Oh, I went away from that page and I lost my results. I was sad. Well, anyway, that's what I got. I got the visionary, the resolvers. EXI, the resolvers. This sex stuff settles their physical needs through a practical system. X's explore how they feel about their identities in order to adapt to their organized lifestyles. The goals and emotions of others are considered by members of the sexta in their decision making. They see the complexity of human expression and honor the personalities of others. This sexta has firm views on their beliefs and aesthetics because they are informed by their exploration of identity. X's take a long time to change their eating, sleeping, and cleanliness habits according to new ideas because they enjoy using a reliable system. Changing emotions are more likely to influence their lifestyle. Members of this sect often refrain from instructing people on their priorities because they trust others to have their own way of accomplishing tasks. Matters of knowledge and correctness are best handled by the most expert individual. X's participate in wellness, mental health, laboratory science, or any field enhancing the potential of people. Environments allowing clear logistical structure and increasing material rewards appeal to the sex, that inspiring others to express who they are comes naturally to them. X's discuss for much time about their feelings regarding their identities. Their practical way of life focuses their attentions on upgrading possessions, even at the cost of comfort of others. Well, you know me. I'm a visionary. I'm constantly having visions. V is for volition, L is for logic, E is for emotions, and F is for physics sensing. Okay. So why do they have more than 16 combinations? Do they have 16? It seemed like they had more than 4 groups of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 4. They have 24 unique types. But if there's 4 variables, how could they do that? This doesn't make sense. V, L, F, and E don't have 26 permutations, do they? Or unless there's no axes. There's no axes, huh? Who is already incest was insulting you? I haven't been watching what's going on here at all, so I don't know what's going on around here. I was planning to take that test. Marty Glenn just dropped a new video. Did you watch it? I don't feel it is, but hey, it's your mind, not mine. I know you will eventually understand yourself and grow. Who are you saying that to, I wonder? Thank you for your service, mister. Wow, there's so much chat that I haven't read. Yes, I am a special lady. I've always been one, Susie. No, I'm not coming out. It's always been that way. I was born a special lady. Laid back. My life is a special lady. I feel connection to this title. Cool, face smash, face smash. You're a special lady too. I'm glad. Glad to hear. Nito NB, shouldn't you be planning to take over the world? Yeah, email Anthrax. I'm going to test you one day, Cloud, says email Anthrax. I will have it surgically removed if that happens. What, if you get a skin growth of some sort? No. Nito NB, but you can't remove your soul when I consume it. Are you dying, Cloud? Says Karma's Pimp. No, says Cloud. Any army here? XOXO? Tay bias, says Cloud. Cloud, are you direct or informative? Email to Anthrax, are you an army? Cloud, Lamau, Anthrax, I'm a pragmatic overlord crusader. Email to Anthrax says, I would say direct. Eric, are you an army? I am not an army, Face Smash. Even were I heavily armed, I still would not comprise an army, as an army necessitates more than one soldier. Kiss, kiss, fall in love, na. I forgot what test this is. It's some test somebody sent me to. Attitudinal. It's got 26 types instead of 16. Diamond, are you an army? Asks Space Mesh. ENTJ by my testing of your functions. Lamau at Face Mesh. So, Email Anthrax has tested using CS Joseph's test, I believe, Cloud as an ENTJ. Good to know. Face Mesh at Face Mesh. I'm sorry. At Face Mesh, I am a leggy. Face Smash homo? At Karma's Pimp, what's funny, lol? Are you a army? Why am I a TE Dom, Anthrax? It depends, says Karma's Pimp. Face Smash, leggy? What does that mean? It means you're a leggy lady. It means you've got legs that stretch all the way from your torso to the ground. Either you are an ENTJ or that's two methods that don't work. I listen to their music, but I have one foot out of the door, says Diamond to Face Mesh. Diamond says, that's just something I made up now. Why am I an I instead of any, Anthrax, says Cloud. Diamond says, oh, Diamond, you didn't create that phrase, lol. Are you serious, in parentheses, RN, question mark. You are TE because you say TE-related things. At Face Mesh, is it already a thing? Great minds think alike. At Karma's Pimpy depends. You wear Pimpy brand depends. That's like the supreme of adult underwear. You are NI because you speak it is S. Because you are NI because when you speak it is SEN, no SI. Diamond, well, you don't seem like one, says Face Smash. Lamau Anthrax, says Cloud. Diamond replies, with that Face Mesh, good burn. Karma's Pimp notes, how do you speak, SE or SI? Email. At 12:07, Face Mesh asks, or notes, asks. At Diamond, so you are not Army? Email Anthrax says, TES, I determined your quadra. Diamond says, Face Mesh, I am me. Cloud says, why am I speaking SE and not any? Face Mesh says, at Diamond, you. Toxic. SI people don't speak up when it's a new topic because they have no frame of reference. Am I coming out as trans? No, 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 no. I can be a man and also a special lady at the same time. I'm a very manly man, apparently. I never knew that when I was younger, really. I always thought, hey, I wish I were more manly. But it turns out I didn't need to get more manly. The rest of society had to get more sissified. Then I'd seem more manly by comparison. And that's what happened. That's my explanation, anyway. Let's see. Scroll on down here. Well, honestly, you seem like a mean person. Ooh, snap. This is how we do it. I actually never tried to use a type grid before, but that was an easy way of typing quickly. I'm impressed. And I got Cloud as ENTJ. I typed in as ENTJ. Wow, thanks. Who gave me money? Somebody gave me money. Who was that? Thank you. Appreciate it. You know, I rarely get any play from the ladies like that. Meaning anybody, not just ladies. Face message. Whatever, dude. Didn't like me? Didn't talk to me. Simple as that. Regardless, if in right or wrong, you will be just fine. Don't call me dude. What the fuck? Says Face Mesh. I bet your girlfriend broke up your heart or something. Diamond says, do you want me to call you a lady then? I'm a girl, my foul. Then Face Mesh says, well, lady is fine. I'm a girl too, so. And then Face Mesh says, yikes, wouldn't I ever thought I was imagining some loser dude trolling. The way you type it, unappealing. Wow, Face Mesh. I didn't know you could type in an unappealing fashion. There's, oh yeah, you should see my face and hear my voice. And then, let's see what else we got here. What are you being now, narcissistic? I'm glad you're not army. You'd be a brag. And then Diamond says, let me cut this short, okay? I don't like assumptions people like you, and I don't like a famous stuff to don't like me. You just stop talking to me. And then, you guys, so much hostility. So much interperson hostility. Thanks, Sean O'Neill. You're a swell, swell fellow. I get great marks at writing because of my skills. So you just go ahead and keep giving me praise. That's some sassy sass. We have got some sass going on around here today. We got a couple of special ladies bringing the scissors. Okay, well, let me go say what else was happening. You know, I'm from California, so I do kind of talk like this sometimes. So it's like, Face Match there. It's like, Eric Army as in BTS. What is BTS? BTS. Is that some sort of like sex act or something? Like, you know, butter tub sucker punch. And then she butter tub sucker punched me. Whew, it was crazy. She'd be a boring wife. She writes like my teacher. Meow meow. Diamond, you know, she may have a point there. Cloud's my husband, okay? called my husband, and uh, by the time Eric reaches this comment, says I just solve, I will open my fire and the probably not ever saw. Come back to her. California gloom. California knows how to party. California knows how to party. Oh yeah, I mean, getting the same quadra is better than getting a different quadra, I guess. But it's not the same as getting it right. I mean, how many people you typed to that thing? Type a bunch of them, see if maybe they're onto something. There may be an element in there that does correlate fairly strongly. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think that everything that comes out of C.S. Joseph's mouth is garbage. I just think that most of it is. Eric, what will be the next generation of trash talk? Surely the armchair psychoanalysis will get old at some point, right? Well, are you talking about for me or for the world or what? Yeah, I mean, I think that those. What are the interaction styles again? Can you type them into the thing here? Well, I think the next generation of stuff is what I would call meta rationalism, which basically doesn't need to you okay, so what was I saying? I get distracted by this cat fight over here. That all of a sudden one of them realized, oh god, she's like a teenager or something. So you said you type like my teacher, you'd be a boring wife. Then Diamond's like, oh yeah, it's the internet. I forgot. So anywho, oh yeah. Meta-rationalism. Meta-rationalism is the notion that you basically don't need to resolve all these things in a binary fashion to resolve the questions that need to be answered. Like that, the thing is this: it's from a rationalist perspective, you have to. Let's say you're talking about public policy advocacies or something. From a rationalist perspective, you look to the question of principalism and you say, well, this is not principled and therefore we ought not do it or something like that. That's the logical conclusion to draw. But in reality, there's a lot more fuzzy ground or fuzzy area that you're going to have to deal with. And even if you can make the argument that that's not the case, it's not a good idea to be fundamentally dogmatic and constrained by an ideology. While at the same time, it's much more and equally so undesirable to not be logical enough in that same position. So it's not like if I were to go be a president, for example, that was a rationalist, it wouldn't turn out badly. But if I were to go be a meta-rationalist, I'd actually be doing what needs to be done first and foremost, which is I need to exemplify and get others to understand and embrace some sort of concept like the new statesman that that can encapsulate what all this various discourse stuff that I'm trying to say, what it means to, it's like if I were to construct an NI thing off the top of my head, it's, I'd say I represent a new statesman and also a new citizen, a new kind of citizen. And I'm asking you to become a new kind of citizen and join me in this approach towards solving our collective issues or addressing them. If I'm wrong, why did I get the same answer? Face Mesh, you are the one who's being ridiculous here, okay? So just knock it off. Diamond says, do you feel happy being an assumptuous toxicity hurricane? Do I remind you of someone who pissed on your hair in winter? Is that worse than in summer? Is it worse to get your hair pissed on in winter? Is it because it freezes? Is that why it's bad? And you have frozen pea hair? That would make sense that would be worse than being peed on in the summer. Well, Kshitriya Dharma, it's an excellent question. And the answer is we're discussing whether it's better to have your hair pissed on in the winter or in the summertime. Utter Self volunteers that summer hair pissing is worse because of the heat. Makes the smell worse. In winter, it's not a fun season to frequently shower if you live in a cold place, a particularly cold place. Okay, will you stop, Face Mesh? Both, whatever, who cares? It's time to go. Utter Self, you want to meet me at Autonomy in a minute? I got to call it a night. I'm going to talk to Utter Self for a bit, and then I want to go to bed. Utter Self, bring your TE directionality and say, this is what we're doing. Okay? Bye, everybody. Yeah, no problem. 10 minutes is fine.